Oh no, I'm gonna hit my head. Oh, jeez. Hey guys, BikeBlogger here. Going on a night ride. It's a little after 9 p.m. It's Thursday night. I'm gonna take a ride to the park and back real quick. So tonight I wanted to talk about squeaky brakes. I have some squeaky brakes on my bike. I've just tried to fix them, so I'm sort of testing them out now to see if they've been fixed. Essentially the same rule applies to both rim brakes and disc brakes, and in terms of fixing the problem. Boy, there's a lot of cars still out tonight. I mean, you know, a decent amount of cars at least. There we go. Now it's quiet. So step one, clean the wheel rim. That's the surface of your wheel, going concentrically from the outside to the inside. It's the tire, and then there's a thing called the wheel rim. I imagine most people who watch my videos know what I'm talking about. It's the metal surface of the wheel where the brake pads push against to stop you moving on your bike for rim brakes. So clean that surface. For disc brakes, you want to clean the rotors, and those are the really thin metal discs on your bike. That's why they call them disc brakes. So to clean them, you can use water or something that's not lubricating, that will evaporate, like isopropyl alcohol, also known as rubbing alcohol. So far I'm not really noticing any squealing noises from my brakes. I haven't really gone down a steep hill though yet, so that'll be the real test. Braking pretty quick there and no noise. So yeah, you'll clean the braking surface. So on a disc brake, those would be the discs, or the rotors as they're called. On a rim brake bike, that'd be the wheel rims. Okay, secondly, you want to clean the brake itself, the brake pads. Rim brakes, they have just those little pieces of rubber that push up against the wheel rim. Boy, I'm really stretching this topic out. For disc brakes, the brake pads, they go inside the brake caliper assembly. They're like little pieces of some sort of, I don't know what they're made out of. I guess a plastic or a metal surface, and then like a sandpapery sort of surface that is used to stop you. It depends. There's different types. There's semi-metallic brake pads and organic, or not crap in the road right now. So you'll want to clean those, and to clean them, same deal. Use some isopropyl alcohol. You may need to shave off the top layer. Use some sandpaper to rough up those brake pads. So you have like sort of a new braking surface. Thirdly, you want to make sure your brake pads are aligned. In a disc brake system, it's pretty easy. Just make sure the pistons are pushed back in the caliper assembly, and stick them in there, squeeze the brakes, and it should self-align. For rim brakes, you want to make sure you got toe in, that is the leading edge. You know, that way forward touches the braking surface, or that is the wheel rim first. You can do that pretty easily. Just stick something on the back end of the brake pad, like a coin, or a little rattling noise from my bike. To take a look later. Or lose my train of thought here. Or a credit card. That's what I do. Just stick it back there, and then squeeze the brake lever, and then tighten up the bolt after you got the brake pads aligned on the caliper assembly. So that's number 3. Let's see, am I gonna get a green? That guy's getting a green. I'm not sure if I'm gonna get a green or not. So what we'll do is we'll just keep waiting. All right. So you do that. Number 4 would be just buy new brake pads. Yeah, honestly, I mean, because number 1, it could be the braking surface. Number 2, it could be the brake pad. Number 3, it could be how you have it installed, not aligned properly. If all those things don't fix your squeaking problem, it's always easiest to just buy new pads, new brake pads. The reason they get messed up is because there's a lot of junk on the road, so eventually you're going to grind some of that grit and junk into your braking surface, be it your brake pad or your wheel rims, and that stuff just really floats all around when the ground is wet. So that's why you'll wear out your wheel rims a lot quicker in the rain, is because you're just getting all that nasty stuff is just sticking to your wheel rims, and you're basically grinding those little pebbles onto the braking surface. The last thing I would suggest really with rim brakes is actually sandpapering your how about not spitting on the camera? Sandpapering the wheel rim itself. You can really screw up the wheel rim by doing that, but a little trick to try and uniformly get it sandpapered, you can sort of stick a little pad underneath the brake pad, squeeze the brake lever, then turn the wheel with your hand, sort of go back and forth, and you can sort of uniformly take care of it that way. But you really don't want to take away much material, because the last thing you want is an uneven braking surface, because that's what causes all the noise, is the skipping on the braking surface. So it's like it sort of catches and then it releases, catches, releases. So that's what causes the noise. I'm a little tired. Try to give people way so they can pass me, but I won't let myself get forced into the gutter. I've had flat tires before and it's not worth it. Rather tick someone off than tick myself off. Okay. Sort of dark back here. Got my nice bright flashlight. It's a Phoenix UC40. People are always asking me about it. It's nothing really special. It's 400 lumens, At least that's what I run it at. So it's not particularly that bright. But it is USB rechargeable, which is awesome. So, I think that about covers it for squeaky brakes. If you got any other suggestions on how to fix squeaky brakes, leave some comments below. I'm not ending the video yet though, so I'm gonna keep going here. Let's go straight. I don't want to wait at that stoplight. I try to get to the point fast when I'm talking about things, so I hope I covered it pretty quickly. I know a lot of people like watching my videos, but I imagine some people complain that I don't get to the point quick enough. Hey, I get it. You know, we all have pretty crazy busy lives, but my channel's about me bicycling. If you want some other how-to, there are lots of different videos on that sort of stuff. I can only speak of my own experience. Let's see, which way do I go here? I'm a little lost. Let's go left, I guess. Sort of going in a circle. This is a really nice road. It's well paved. Yeah, I think I am going in a circle. Coming up to that stoplight, I think, on the right. Oh well, we can go right. It's pretty light traffic right now. Most people are inside, probably with their windows down, hearing somebody yell out here. Okay. People are trying to sleep, I shouldn't be yelling. Okay. Let's see here. There's like no traffic coming, so let's just get on the big road. Woo! I'm on Clayton Road right now. It's pretty popular here in St. Louis with cyclists. At least I think it is. Mainly because it's such a big road. Coming up on Clayton Road in Big Bend. Let's go ahead and make a left here. This would be a pretty good spot to try and track stand. I can't track stand though. It is possible to do with a freewheel. If you're on a slight incline like this, this is a little bit more on a slight incline though. It's a long light. All right, getting way over. It's a good idea to get all the way in the right lane when you make a left turn. Let faster traffic take the faster lane. Whew. I'm on Big Bend Boulevard, heading north from Clayton Road toward Wydown Road. I try to stay off roads with faster speed limits. I think the speed limit on this road's 30. Whew. Climbing a hill. It's pretty smooth going though. Nice smooth road. All right. Whew. Let's go back here. Oh, the speed limit is 35. Oh, I'm in Fontbonne University, I think. I think there's a way to cut through here. Somewhere back here. I'm a little lost. Thought there was a way to cut through. I guess not. So we're gonna go back onto the road. Maybe if I go over here, find a way through. Thought I saw something online that looked like it could get to the street from somewhere. I might have been wrong. Let's try back here. See where this goes. Okay, I think I'm getting to Wydown. All right, found my way. Just sneaking around back here, and I gotta see what's going on with my bike. I hear a little bit of rattling. Since I moved the brake pads around, I'm wondering if I left something a little loose. That would not be good if it's associated with my brakes. All right, let's get on the road here. Not sure what time it is. The city park closes at 10, so I should probably be out of there by 10. And it's taking me a little extra time to get there, so I don't know if I can see what time it is. Forgot to reset my odometer, or my tactometer, or whatever you call it. I'm trying to see what time it is. Got to be in the light though, because it doesn't glow. I don't want to hit something either. I think it's 9:30. So that should give me enough time to make one lap around the park and go home here. What time is it? Oh, hard to see. Yeah, I think it's like 9:30. Might still be on non-daylight savings time or whatever. Yeah, so I brought this bike tonight with me because I wanted to test the brakes, and so far no squeaking at all. There's a couple of good hills in the park, so I can slam on my brakes going down those. don't necessarily want to do it while on the road. Alright, so that light up ahead is the park, Forest Park in St. Louis, Missouri. I was just riding through Clayton, Missouri there. I've passed the border now and I'm in St. Louis City, the far western border of the city. Slam on the brakes. Yeah, I'm not really hearing any squealing at all. Let's see, I think the light will change, but this silly bike lane thing I'm sitting in, I don't think the wire strip is underneath it. It might be. So I don't know if it was going to change the light, but it looks like it did.
I don't like
Guy's talking to himself. Reminds me of myself. Get on the sidewalk. All right, in the park now. Didn't really need to do that. That was going above and beyond to avoid making a right on red. Okay. Let's see, I guess I can go up Art Hill. It's the first right along this road. It's a pretty big hill. I think I'll go up it. I'll turn around once I get near the museum and go back down it. It's steeper on this side, the north side. Yeah, I'm hurting a little bit. I came here earlier today for a jog. Jogged all the way around the park and my legs are a little tired still. Okay, start climbing. I'm so used to getting out of the saddle and trying to climb in the saddle with one gear. Oh my gracious. All right, up by the museum. Got a little squeaky here occasionally. That's my shoe hitting my crank arm. Got quite a lot of float. That is wiggle room in these clipless pedals, so I gotta get better at keeping my feet straight. Good cycling form. All right, we're gonna turn around. No one behind me, so we'll do it here. All right, going back. I think it's just this one stop sign. I don't think there's a stop sign up here. All right, got some speed going now. Let's hit the brakes. All right, didn't hear any noise. Hit them one more time. Didn't hear any noise. I don't really want to lose my momentum. Seems like they're good though. Sweet. So we'll just cycle around here a little bit and go home. It's getting pretty late. Feels great out though. It's probably high 60s Fahrenheit. Got up to low 80s today. Whew. Okay. Nice and cool. Quiet too, which is awesome. Yeah, so this park does have a curfew. I don't know if like Central Park in New York City has a curfew. I think it might, like at midnight or 1 a.m. or 2 a.m. Could be wrong though. That's a lot different than here though. Always something going on in the big cities. This is a mid-sized city, St. Louis, Missouri. So to my left there is the Missouri History Museum. Coming up on the Visitors Center on the left, and a big old parking lot. Bunch of dead space to park your automobile. Okay. Street lights at, huh? I don't know why cities do that, but or I guess it wouldn't be necessarily a city, but the utility company to save electricity or something. I guess the lights just, some of them don't come on, or they shut off and they come back on, shut off, come back on. Isn't there bicyclists? Looks like there's another one up there on the left. The flashing lights. Flashing lights are okay. They're a bit annoying though. You should probably have a steady and a flashing though. Flashing is good for being seen as long as the sequence of the flash isn't too spread out. Otherwise it's hard to judge the distance. But you should always have a steady light just so you can see where the heck you're going. You're gonna strobe yourself out, you get a little dizzier. I'd have a little trouble paying attention with the strobing light in front of me. Instead of taking it easy right now. Ugh, bumpy. Yeah, I'm gonna want to figure out what that little jiggling noise is. Alright, stop pretty quick here, put my weight back. Whoa, see I started sliding because I stopped so quick. If you're gonna stop your bike real quick, it's just physics. Put your rump in the caboose of the bike to stop fast. Don't want all that weight leaning over the handlebars. You'll do a Superman. Forward over the bars. I think that's an internet acronym. OTB over the bars, or forward over the bars. FOTB. Maybe I just made up a new acronym. That'd be a cool bike name. FOTB. Let's see, that'd be Fatube. Fatube. Something you'd be yelling as you're flying over the handlebars. I said I was going to stop here, and I am going to stop in a moment. Let's get up this. Actually, let's go straight. Psych. I'm going to go up to the pathway up here. We'll get on the bike path. Then I'll stop maybe at that little, I think that's a Korean War memorial. We'll stop over there for a second. And let's see what time it is. You'd think after all this time I'd know how to work my own bike computer. I think there's only 4 inputs. Speed, current distance traveled, total distance traveled over a lifetime of the bike, and then, shoot, we can't get to the memorial from here, it looks like. Oh well. And then the clock, it tells you what time it actually is. So, feeling mosquitoes or something. Oh man, there's a lot of them. I think there's a little swampy area over there to my right. I see some water. Okay. Alright. Back out into the street lights. Another reason why you should have clear glasses so you don't get smacked in the eyeball by a bug. Looks like people are playing baseball over there. Yeah, 9:45. It says 8:45. That's because I didn't set my clock forward. Spring forward in the springtime. So theoretically, supposedly this park closes in 15 minutes. But those people over there, you can't even see them. It's across the golf course. They're playing baseball, kids and their families, and they're here pretty much well past 10, I think. So it's not like a strict curfew so much. At least not in the warmer months as much, I guess. I don't know. And also the Muni Opera over to the right-of-ways, an outdoor opera theater. It's been around for, I guess, like 100 years or something. They have plays in the summertime, like the warmest months of the year. I don't know why they don't have, I don't think they do like spring or fall plays. I guess because it's sort of a family thing. Kids are off school in the summertime, so naturally. Let's go back this way. So when those theater plays are going on, gotta stop here. When those plays are going on, let's make a left. Spend a little more time out here. When those plays are going on, they get out sort of late. The plays probably officially end at 10, But I've seen lines and lines of cars still in the park till like at least 11 p.m. So, whatever, 23 miles per hour. Another tip for bicycle commuting: don't swerve in and out between cars. Just go in a straight line. Even if you slow people up, at least they can sort of predict your movements. You want to be predictable. That's the Science Center over there to the right. We'll go up to it. It's a Thursday evening, nice and quiet. A lot of kids got to be in bed about this time. Let's go up here. Yeah, check out that. That's pretty cool. Actually, that's not technically the Science Center, that's the Science Center Planetarium. I think they do shows in there. Back when I was a kid, in the planetarium there to my left, they had laser light shows. That was really awesome. They got rid of it then by around the time when I was a teenager. Unfortunately, I always thought it was cool. They play like Beatles songs and have a laser light show. And then they brought it back, but it didn't really last, unfortunately. All right, going downhill. Trying to stay steady for the camera and for my own efficiency. That's the positive of aluminum bikes. They're very rigid, so they don't flex as much. So can transfer more energy to the bike, to the ground, and go a little faster, theoretically. But I don't know. I just freaked myself out there. Thought someone was sucking my wheel. So I see two shadows to my left, and one looks like it's pedaling faster than the other. It's probably like, sort of reminds me of one of those Super Mario Kart go-kart games. Where you like race against your ghost in a time trial. They're racing against the shadow. But that's the pitfall of a aluminum bike, because it's so rigid. What's going to absorb all the vibrations? You are. Your body is. So that can wear you out pretty quickly. And that's why even though carbon bikes flex quite a bit and you lose some energy, as do some steel bikes, you don't get fatigued as quickly. So on the long haul, you can go longer with a faster average speed without wearing yourself out. My bad weather bike, and this is my good weather bike, They're both aluminum frames, so it does take a bit of energy. But my perfect weather bike, my Wabi Lightning SE, it is steel, and it can absorb a little bit more of that shock. The bike's so different than my other bikes, though. I couldn't quite tell you whether it is actually the frame, the steel frame that I think it is. It just gives it a whole different feel when riding it. A lot of people swear by steel, tried and true material. There's a lot of fancy steels you can get. Yeah, you can also get stainless steel and titanium if you want to go really expensive. Although there are deals to be had online if you want to build up your own bike and save a bit of money. Okay, at this point I want to be heading home, so we're going to get out of here now. I'm going to ride around in this last segment of the bike path. Go home here. So yeah, awesome. These brake pads are nice and quiet again. I just used some paper towels, some isopropyl alcohol, put it on the paper towel, rub the paper towel on the wheel rims and on the brake pads. Made sure the brake pads were aligned properly. They're touching the braking surface completely, and the front section of the brake pad touched the pad just before the rear. And again, to do that, just stick a credit card on the back end of the brake pad. That is the back end, that's the end that's facing the rear of the bike, pointing backwards. Squeeze the brake lever, then tighten down the bolt that holds the brake pad onto the caliper assembly, the levers. And it should be pretty much aligned, so it's towed in. You may not even really notice it that much because it is really only a matter of I think a millimeter or so. But it should help get rid of that noise. And if all else fails, of course, just try new brake pads, but of course be careful. Use some latex gloves so you don't get your fingers messy. You don't get the braking surface messy with chain oil or something if you're touching the chain. And make sure before you install them that you clean the wheel rim or the rotor or whatever on your disc brakes before you install the brake pads, because last thing you want is to buy brand new pads and then contaminate them almost immediately. That'll ruin your day. But again, use some sandpaper, rough up those pads again if you have to, and really please try to just avoid roughing up your wheel rims. You don't really want to be doing that. Eventually you do have to buy new wheels or wheel rims. Let's get out of here. Usually I'm coming this way and I'm going back to work, but I'm sort of going home now. So let's go this way. On Skinker, heading south toward Clayton. Gonna make a right on Clayton. There's a big Amoco sign, American Oil Company or whatever it stands for. On Clayton Road, heading west, back into the county. It's just about 10 o'clock, 10 p.m. on a Thursday, it's the day after tax day, April 16th, 2015. It's nice and quiet on the roads. That's because there's a big line of cars catching up to me, I think. They're a ways back still, though. I'm going about 20, assuming the cars are going 40, catching up to me right about now. Well, maybe I'm going faster than I think I am. Oh, careful when you put your hand out and make a turn signal. Make sure you got total control of the bike and make sure the road isn't so beat up. Okay, go back this way. So far, so good. I often go this way when I'm going back to work. Pass under the bridge for the hospital here. Fun fact, I was born in that hospital, so I've lived in this city all my life. And a bit, in a little way, I'm sort of boring like that, I guess. I do quite a bit of traveling, but this is home to me. Home sweet home. Let's make a right. It's a nice, quiet, mid-sized Midwestern city. Do find myself homesick when I'm out on the road, away from home. All right, stop. Whew. So I'm in Richmond Heights, Missouri right now. Heading home. Nice and quiet. Still no squeaky noise from my brakes, which is awesome. Oh. It's nice because it's springtime. Most of the kids are back in school. It's not summer or anything, and there's less people out on the road on a weekday night. The only thing that really concerns me are drunks. All right. Go right here and get on the street. Make a left down here at this light. Or this street right here, how about that? I don't want to wait at any stoplight if I don't have to. Okay. It's going to be one of my longer videos. I don't know what the sweet spot is for video length. A lot of people seem to like the really long videos. I think me talking helps keep it interesting too, but most of my videos I think are in about the 15-minute mark. Even that's pretty long for a YouTube video, an online video, I think. Occasionally do these longer videos that are 45 minutes to an hour. So yeah, I need to get back out to the Katy Trail. I may or may not do that this weekend. I would like to do it again soon before it gets really hot. I think there's a fair chance for rain all weekend. Another reason why I'm glad I'm getting out now. These, another topic, these handlebars, the grips were causing me calluses and starting to form blisters on my hands. I since switched to this cork bar tape, which is what you commonly see on road handlebars. And it's really working out well for me. It's a lot more comfortable. The only comment I had read online about it is they need to stop there. No stop sign. There's a stop sign. is that they can come off pretty easily because you're moving your hands around. I don't know a lot, so let's go right. I'm on Dale, heading west. I recently sort of redid this street, at least the curbs or the edges of the road. I don't know if this is a bike lane or what this is. Yeah, it says bike lane. Not bad. There's a Sharrow. Or not really a Sharrow. Sharrow is like Share Road. But indicator. I think we're just going to keep going straight. We're still in Richmond Heights. Actually, coming up on the right here soon is the Heights. It's a Richmond Heights recreation center. It's shared between the cities of Richmond Heights, Brentwood, and Maplewood, Missouri. It's got like a swimming pool and exercise rooms and all that good stuff. So that's it on the right. You probably can't really see it. It's the Heights. It's a little hard to twist my body with this thing on. So imagine a few people might be able to do a bit better, but you can only really go so far. What I could probably do is just grab the camera and twist it. Probably be a better idea actually, now that I really think about it. Oh, thought the bike lane had ended. There's a Sharrow on the right, and there's this lane. Oh. Don't hit me, don't hit me, don't hit me. Two of the worst sort of bicycling accidents you can get into, or most common, are the right hook, where someone cuts in front of you and you run into them or they run into you. And the left, what do you call it? Left swipe. Guess you could also sort of call it a hook. Oh, maybe not really. Where they're coming from the opposite direction you are and making a left and you're going straight. And I don't know, you're riding too far to the right and they don't see you. Oh man, I forgot there's a stoplight here. I'm gonna have to wait for this light. Oh well. Try and not get in the crosswalk here. All right. I'll wait for a turn here. Woo! Deerberg's to the right. It's a grocery store. Metrolink to the left. It's a light rail Metrolink station. Snowing behind me, so I'll make a quick U-ey. So yeah, you can get down to the Metrolink right there. And now I'm heading back I'm in Brentwood, Missouri now, which is where I live. It's a city, municipality in St. Louis County. I'm heading back into the Hanley Industrial Court. We got a bunch of businesses back here. Not really any industrial, that's just the grocery store to the right. Bunch of trucks. So coming up on a stop sign to the right. Up here it's called Brentwood Promenade. You got Target, PetSmart. Gosh, my bike is really making noises. And you got Trader Joe's back in there. Good place for some good food. Across the street is Brentwood Square. They got a Whole Foods. Sort of an upscale area. Man, something sounds really loose in my bike. I don't like the sound of it. If I find out what it is, I'll post in the description below what I was sort of bugging me on this ride. Do. Go back here. That on my left is it's like floor hockey or something in there. You can play hockey in there. A little hockey rink. It's dark back here. It's quiet. Too quiet. So yeah, I'm like heading home now. It's probably not even 10:30 yet. I think this is a good ride though. Got some good exercise in. Up. Oh no, I'm gonna hit my head. Oh, jeez. That was a little worse than I thought it was gonna be. I gotta cut that branch. Jeez. Someone's gonna get hurt someday if they don't know it's there and they don't duck. Riding a bike, you can get knocked off your bike. If there's something in the road, or I guess I should say on the bike trail, and it looks hazardous or it almost makes me wipe out, I'll usually stop and remove it for other people. Okay, I admit it. I remove it for other people, but also because I might be ticked off. I grab it and I throw it into the woods. Like this darn thing. One time when I was riding my bike in the woods, on an asphalt bike trail, but in the woods, sorta on a path. It was really dark. I had a really crummy flashlight, not one like this. I didn't see it coming, and I almost plowed into a big tree that had fallen over into the, and it was like up to my chest in terms of how high above the floor it was. I could have really gotten hurt. And I did get hurt having to stop quickly, because I stopped so quickly I sort of still fell off my bike, but at least I didn't plow into the tree. Let's make a right here. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I think I can actually sort of feel this one brake arm. I feel like the grip or the bar tape is coming off a little. So I think those people were right online about that happening. Up the hill. Okay guys, we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe.